Everyone. On today's podcast, I'm going to talk about a case study in the space of tokenomics, something that me and my team worked on, and that is the case of FIDO, which is a real-world assets project on Web3, and presents a very interesting case study for other Web3 projects. So first of all, Fiduciary is a pre-launch startup. As you're listening to this, they will have most likely launched already. But when they came to me and my team, they wanted to better understand how to set up their token economy for success. As many of you must have heard, real-world assets are one of the main narratives of the current crypto bull run, and Fiduciary operates in this area. So it's broken down in three pillars. First of all, tokenization allows the digitalization of property ownership on a blockchain. Secondly, fractionalization, that is, the tokenization of the properties happens in a way where a user can own a fraction of a property. And third, the token also confers some other platform-specific benefits, such as rental yield or other bonuses. So the value proposition of Fiduciary is, first of all, that fractionalization lowers the barriers to entry for retail investors and even more like professional investors. Second, enhanced liquidity. Investors can buy and sell property interests on secondary markets without dealing with some of the challenges of mainstream markets, which are less liquid, as well as diversification. So me and my team, we followed a tokenomics design process, which consisted of three core stages and many other sub-stages. We started off with collecting the requirements, then understanding the agents of the system, that is, the different stakeholders and the motivations, and finally designing the incentives which can lead to token value appreciation. So once we designed the economy, we created the different value flows, and we made sure to focus on these four principles, which are very important for any kind of Web3 project, but also for real-world assets projects. First of all, the demand side, we focused on incentives for token buyers and holders to make sure the demand is there. Then on supply side, we made sure that there are design incentives which would require someone to hold the token. Supply side in this case means supplying properties, obviously, whereas demand means buying tokens which give you access to a property, like ownership of a property. We made sure to avoid feedback loops, which can cause implosion or explosion of the token, and this can often be bad in this type of setting. You don't want this, you want smooth appreciation, which is the final pillar of our tokenomics design, the positive price effect. So we verified our design through tests and simulations. We used our Token Lab package, which has been developed by me personally. It's actually open source. You can access it on the web. Just drop me a message if you're interested in this. And finally, we made sure that the simulations indicate that FIDO appreciates in value and also the token can withstand a crash or potential sell pressure, as well as identify a value for the initial offering, which makes sense based on the projections of transactions and the demand and the supply. So this is really the magic of Token Lab. More than happy to expand upon this. But essentially, we simulated different stress tests to make sure that the token can withstand this kind of pressure with a 95% confidence interval. And finally, after designing the tokenomics, we also went the final stage, which is to audit tokenomics. And this is something that we really specialize in, tokenomics design and auditing. And tokenomics auditing, we just go through another round of feedback to make sure that the economy is resilient. And that's really important and something that we promote a lot because we believe that tokenomics auditing is going to become as important for Web3 projects as smart contracts auditing. So if you're interested in any of that, just make sure to visit our tokenomics page, link in the description below. I'm more than happy to share more details with you. And as always, the first consultation is always free. Thank you.